Sometimes, a dog becomes famous, not because they perform incredible tricks, not because they save someone's life, but because they remind millions of people just how deeply we can love. Over the past few days, the world has been talking about a border collie named Chutou. It's a heartbreaking story, but today, this isn't a story about tragedy. It's a story about why one dog's life touched so many hearts. Before headlines, before news reports, before people around the world learned his name. Chutou was simply a dog, a joyful border collie whose adventures were shared online by the person who loved him. Millions of people watched him run, play, explore, and do all the wonderfully ordinary things that make dogs so extraordinary. If you've ever smiled at a stranger's dog, you already understand. Dogs have a remarkable way of making people feel connected, even people they've never met. Then, one ordinary day, Chutou disappeared. According to widely reported accounts, while his owner was away, surveillance footage appeared to show him being taken. Days later, after an exhaustive search, his owner learned what had happened. The outcome was heartbreaking. News of Choutou's death spread quickly across China and then around the world. Millions of people who had never touched him, never walked beside him, never heard him bark in person, found themselves grieving. Not because he belonged to them, but because anyone who has ever loved a dog could imagine that pain. When Choutou's story spread and millions of people grieved a dog they'd never met, did you feel it too? Drop your answer in the comments below. Now, what that reaction actually tells us about the bond between dogs and humans goes deeper than most people realize. It's easy to wonder, how could one dog affect so many people? Perhaps the answer is simpler than we think. Dogs don't ask where we're from. They don't care what language we speak. They don't care what job we have or what we believe. Love needs no translation. When we see a dog living a joyful life, we celebrate. When we see one suffer, we grieve. Because somewhere, every dog reminds us of one we already love. Maybe the one sleeping at our feet, maybe the one waiting at home, or maybe the one we still miss. Stories like Choutou's remind us of something we often forget. Every ordinary day with our dogs is quietly extraordinary. The morning walk, the muddy paws, the excited greeting at the front door, the way they somehow know when we've had a difficult day. These moments feel endless, until one day we realize they never were. Perhaps that's why Choutou's story resonated with so many people. Not because he was famous, but because he reminded us that every dog is precious to the person who loves them. Tonight, somewhere in the world, a dog is waiting patiently beside a window, listening for the sound of someone they love coming home. If you're lucky enough to be that person, don't rush through the door. Take a moment, scratch behind those ears, throw the ball one more time. Stay outside a little longer, because our dogs never know how many tomorrows they have. They only know that today, they get to spend it with us. A dog's life may be measured in years, but the love they leave behind is measured in a lifetime. Go hug your dog. They'll never know why, but they'll be glad you did.